Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, on this episode, I'm going to show you a letter that was written by the CEO of Smith & Wesson. This is something that we have all wanted to hear. We've all wanted to see one of our leaders in the gun world say. He says everything that needs to be said. He defends our pride. He defends our country. He defends our rights. He defends the innocent and defends his company that they have done nothing wrong and they will no longer be tarnished in their reputation. This is incredibly powerful because he calls out these Democrats for exactly what they are, responsible, but trying to shift the blame onto legal manufacturers of firearms in this country. This is what I need to see from CEOs of gun manufacturers because they are in such a powerful position. This is exactly what we need to see in Smith & Wesson. Just earn some serious respect and probably a lot more purchases in the future based off of just this letter from the CEO. It's going to be linked in the description box below. Let me know what you guys think because this came out yesterday. This is that hotness. I'm going to say a quick word from the LAS Concealment who made this video possible, and then we are going to dive in and I am going to read this whole thing in its entirety because you need to hear it and so does everyone else in the gun world. But if you're in the market for a holster for your favorite freedom tool, then you need to check out LAS Concealment. With LAS Concealment, you get a custom piece of equipment molded specifically to your personal choice of freedom. Made from Kydex and designed to keep you comfortable and safe in your day-to-day activities. With custom designs from inside to outside the waistband and multiple design options, they have what you may be looking for. Check them out in the description box below, and thank you so much to LAS Concealment for making the videos this week possible. But my brothers and sisters, I am excited to bring this to you. Again, I want to hear from you in the comments. Please send this out because everyone needs to hear this because this is what I'm talking about. This is exquisite. All right, I'm probably going to lower some lights or do something in post-production to make this more dramatic, but let's get it. Here's what happened. This is from the Smith & Wesson Twitter account. Amid an unprecedented and unjustified attack on the firearm industry, Smith & Wesson president and CEO issues strong statement. Keep in mind, they were one of the only manufacturers who did not show up to the Oversight and Rules Committee from about last week when they tried to basically fillet all the gun manufacturers for all the marketing and all the sales and all that stuff. One of the only companies. They've also been subpoenaed. This is the answer. Let's get it. A number of politicians and their lobbying partners in the media have recently sought to disparage Smith & Wesson. Some have had the audacity to suggest that after they have vilified, undermined, and defunded law enforcement for years, supported prosecutors who refuse to hold criminals accountable for their actions, overseen the decay of our country's mental health infrastructure, and generally promoted a culture of lawlessness, Smith & Wesson and other firearm manufacturers are somehow responsible for the crime wave that has predictably resulted from these destructive policies. But they are the ones to blame for the surge in violence and lawlessness, and they seek to avoid any responsibility for the crisis of violence they have created by attempting to shift the blame to Smith & Wesson and other firearm manufacturers and law-abiding gun owners. It is no surprise that the cities suffering most from violent crime are the very same cities that have promoted irresponsible, soft-on-crime policies that often treat criminals as victims and victims as criminals. Many of these same cities also maintain the strictest gun laws in the nation. But rather than confront the failure of their policies, certain politicians have sought more laws restricting the Second Amendment rights of law-abiding citizens while simultaneously continuing to undermine our institutions of law and order. And to suppress the truth, some now seek to prohibit firearm manufacturers and supporters of the Second Amendment from advertising products in a manner designed to remind law-abiding citizens that they have a constitutional right to bear arms in defense of themselves and their families. To be clear, a Smith & Wesson firearm has never broken into a home. A Smith & Wesson firearm has never assaulted a woman out for a late-night run in a city. A Smith & Wesson firearm has never carjacked an unsuspecting driver stopped at a traffic light. Instead, Smith & Wesson provides these citizens with the means to protect themselves and their families. We are proud of our 170-year history. We are proud of the commitment of our employees to making a quality product. We are proud to provide law-abiding citizens and law enforcement, our customers, with the tools to provide for their security and independence. We are proud of our responsible business practices. We will continue to work alongside law enforcement, community leaders, and lawmakers who are genuinely interested in creating safe neighborhoods. We will engage those who genuinely seek productive discussions, not a means of scoring political points. We will continue informing law-abiding citizens that they have a constitutionally protected right to defend themselves and their families. We will never back down in our defense of the Second Amendment. Mark Smith, President and CEO, Smith & Wesson Brands, Incorporated. How long have you waited for someone to say something like that from the firearms industry? That is incredibly powerful. That is one of the best worded letters that I've ever seen, and it could not be more timely. At the same time, they're being subpoenaed for their sales records, their marketing records, their advertising records, all of this stuff to score cheap political points, and they're not having it. They are the first ones that I've seen to stand up and say no in this efficient, in this beautifully worded letter that not only stirs the soul, but also stirs everyone who supports them and will garner more support to that brand. If you are a firearm manufacturer CEO, if you are a supporter, if you are an employee, this is what we need. We don't need more wishy-washy, go before Congress and beg and plead and just show up because they told you to. They have no authority there. The point is, you are standing up for the Second Amendment rights and follow this man's lead, because this right here is American as you possibly can get. Let me know what you guys think in the comments field below, and I will see you tonight at the 9 p.m. segment. I'm Braden. See you later.